Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Aiden's weather forecast, guys, and welcome back to the video. Hope you guys are all enjoying your wonderful Sunday afternoon or morning, guys. I actually went to sleep very late yesterday. 12 o'clock's pretty late for me. But yeah, I went to sleep like around midnight. But yeah, pretty tired. I still somewhat have my morning voice, so I do apologize if it gets annoying at some point in the video. But today is going to be another video on these snowstorms for the areas in the west all the way into the Midwest. And these are two major snowstorms that could continue through this weekend into early next week. So again, tomorrow, Tuesday, and even Wednesday, Halloween Eve, and then Thursday, the big day of Halloween. So we can have a lot of snow this week for almost a whole week. So we're going to have a lot of snowstorms to cover. It's basically two major snowstorms that are going to affect the same areas. So that's where we could have feet of snow possible, maybe over more than a foot of snow. And it's going to be very, very dangerous with these blizzard conditions for many areas that don't see blizzards until December or until winter. So it's going to be very interesting. A lot of new updates. And yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. It really means a lot when you check out my channel. Also, really means a lot when you support my channel. I do post daily weather content, so it's a win-win for you guys and a win-win for me. And also, if you have any questions or concerns, leave them in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer them. Or yeah, and if you really enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button. Without further ado, let's get in this video. So here we are looking at the National Weather Service right here for active alert. And this is where we're going to be seeing exactly the new updates on winter storm warnings and actually winter storm advisories. So winter storm warnings have become a bit more widespread into Colorado and these areas. So my EpiPen just has to load a little bit. It's like this. I don't know why. My EpiPen is just like this until I actually refresh this thing. Okay, so yeah, here's what we're going to be talking about right now. So this is the current storm we're going to be seeing, and it's going to bring in a lot of snow for us in Colorado and Wyoming and Nebraska and even New Mexico. And this will move up into the Midwest like this. By Tuesday or Wednesday, it should be gone. And by Tuesday or Wednesday, we have a new storm forming in the Rockies that could bring in a snowy Halloween for areas in the plains. So we have two major snowstorms to continue this week that could bring snowy Halloween and a very snowy beginning of November. So we do have in the pinkish, or sorry, the purplish color, we do have winter storm advisories. And that's for many areas in central Wyoming, western Nebraska, and areas into northern New Mexico and southern Colorado, and also for north central and south central Colorado. So much of Colorado, basically. We have areas in Colorado Springs and also areas in Denver that do have winter storm advisories. And then we have those winter storm warnings in effect for north central Colorado and also for southeastern Wyoming, including Cheyenne. And also those little other areas, counties in the western Nebraska. That's where we could have those accumulations start to be a bit worse. We'll have a bit less visibility. We'll have some issues there. I don't really think we're going to necessarily have blizzard warnings for this system, but maybe for the next system we could. And that's a could. It's not a we will. So again, here we have this first system right here. It is bringing some snow again for the areas into North Dakota, South Dakota. Just a flurry or flurries, not that much really to worry about there. But we will have the snow start to accumulate into Wyoming and the Rockies there. We'll have some snow coming in through Casper, Wyoming, into Cheyenne, Wyoming by later today. By tomorrow, the snow does actually get a lot worse for areas into Utah and southern Wyoming, still in Cheyenne. Denver will start to see some flurries and start to see some more accumulation. By later on to Tuesday, we'll have that snow moving more into the moving more eastward, and that'll bring some snow for Iowa, Dodge City, much of Kansas, much of southern near Lincoln, Nebraska, near Omaha, and also for areas in southeastern Colorado. And this is where we have that second system forming right here. This is where we have this Halloween snowstorm. It's looking very, very, very likely. Now, we actually have the location. Now we do now have the possibility of it happening. Now we just need the accumulation. The GFS is showing a lot more snow than the European. That's the first time this happened so far, this snowstorm. So for the Europeans, been favoring more snow. Again, by Wednesday, this snowstorm at the first snowstorms out. It's bringing, this is Halloween Eve. It's October 30th. It's going to bring some snowy conditions for Utah, bringing snowy conditions for Denver and Colorado Springs, Cheyenne, Wyoming, into Nebraska. By later Halloween Eve, we'll have more and more snow coming, more widespread. Many areas for central Nebraska, now into South Dakota. Areas in Wyoming and Denver still seeing snow. Colorado Springs will see possibly very heavy conditions. Dodge City, we'll start to see some snow coming in. We'll have a mix coming in for northern Texas. That would be a huge issue. By Halloween Day, we'll have the snow. This will be more into the noon hours, so not yet when you're trick-or-treating. This is when you're school, if you guys have school, because I know you guys don't usually cancel school that easily, like in the southeast, but still, it's very early to see some type of big storm like this. So there's a possibility we could have maybe school come out early, so you have more time to get ready for your costumes and all that. Now start to bring in some snow for areas near Des Moines, more heavy snow for Omaha, so Omaha and Nebraska there, Wichita, and maybe even Dodge City and Denver will still see snow on Halloween Day. By the nighttime, this is when you're probably wrapping up trick-or-treating. You have some snow more into Minneapolis now, St. Paul, areas into Omaha, Nebraska, areas in Des Moines, Iowa City will start to see a mix, and areas north of Madison, Wisconsin will see snow. By November 1st, it really brings in these blizzard conditions. This is where I think we could have blizzard warnings become a huge issue. As you can see, very, very dark blue colors, and that should be out of the way by November 2nd. So it's good. It's out by the weekend, so doesn't have to worry about these Halloween sales or anything, how they do like 100% off the day after Halloween or something like that. But now we're just gonna wait for this GFS thing to actually come up. It's well, there we go. Okay, so it just refreshed a couple minutes ago, so it's brand new information. So we are gonna, let me get this out of here. So we are gonna be looking over here to see what we are basically gonna be seeing today. Basically, oh my god, I do not want that. Basically be seeing some snow near Salt Lake City, near Logan, Utah, Cheyenne, Wyoming. We'll start to see again that snow. Cheyenne is definitely be seeing snow. You're gonna be hearing that name a lot. But the GFS, the thing about the GFS, it actually shows it leaving Cheyenne by Monday, and that's gonna bring some snow. Again, this is the first system. By actually tomorrow, we start this. Sorry guys, my dog is barking. I do not know why. But by the second system, or the second system could be actually be forming by tomorrow, but it'll be somewhat just a rocky in the mountains, not yet outside into the suburbs or anything. But again, this will bring very heavy snow this first system by Tuesday, bringing some snow for areas near Green Bay, Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin, Iowa City, areas near just north of Kansas City. We'll start to see maybe a mix or a very chilly rain to Topeka, Kansas, again Omaha, and then again by later Tuesday, right when it leaves, we have Tuesday night bringing in a lot of snow. So good thing is we don't have any Monday Night Football out there in the West, because again Monday Night Football is again on Monday, not Tuesday. And again by Wednesday, this is Halloween Eve, so it could bring in a very good amount of snow. So when you're maybe doing some shopping for candy, anything, if you're that type of late shopping, you'll definitely have some conditions to watch out for. Again, be slippery. By Wednesday, again, this is later on, it actually shows, the GFS shows it actually going a lot more south. So actually getting into near areas in Oklahoma could actually maybe see a snowy Halloween Eve, which is very weird to think about. Again, still in Omaha still, maybe getting into near Illinois, the GFS showing it a bit, not incredibly different, but a little different on these little edges. By Halloween, a morning for the areas in the central time, we're actually possibly have snow north of Oklahoma City, which is very, very, very weird to think of Oklahoma City seeing snowy Halloween. This snow would actually maybe bring a snowy condition for Jefferson City, Missouri, north of Joplin, also Des Moines, Iowa City. You guys are just going to continue to see snow. And then also, it just gets into the Midwest by November 1st. So the GFS does show it actually going to the Midwest by November 1st and not actually Halloween Day. And also shows it not affecting areas into Green Bay and also Minneapolis. But again, by November 1st, it does bring some snow for Des Moines. Oh, looks like I gotta charge my computer. I think this is going to pop up. But yeah, Des Moines, Iowa City, just a couple miles north of Jefferson City. That'll bring in a lot of rain for the areas in the southeast. Looks like we can maybe have some rain, which would not be too fun. We can maybe have a snowy first day in November for Chicago. So very interesting what we're seeing with these models. The only thing that's really different is the snowfall totals, which we're going to be looking at the European first. Okay, so it actually looks like yesterday, it looks like the European models have definitely calmed down by snowfall totals. We actually have a huge change in snowfall totals. The GFS is actually showing a lot more snow for many areas, which is very crucial because this is not only a random day in October, this is a big holiday and our first major holiday or basically the spooky season. So it's really important, especially it's not like Christmas where it's in the middle of the winter season where you do expect snow. It's just this is very rare if you think about it to see such a big snowstorm. So snowfall totals really do matter. And again, Halloween is is it 5 days? I think 5 or 4 days. Yeah, it's 5 days I think if you include today. But yeah, we are definitely gonna be seeing a lot of snow. No matter what into the west, it just matters right here because especially areas like Nebraska and Kansas, not many people can say they've gone on a snowy Halloween in Kansas, but we do have the snowiest conditions by far will be in Wyoming and Colorado without a doubt. So again, areas in Cheyenne, Wyoming will still see a good amount of snow, maybe even seeing a couple of inches just off by a foot, maybe 9 to 11 inches. You know, it also is very different. This Michigan northern mitten area. Yesterday it showed up to 20 inches. Now it only shows up to 4 to 6. So huge difference. So this is why it's very important to do more than one update with these type of systems. And I'll do more tomorrow. Tomorrow's video will come a bit later, but we'll have a good amount of snow for Denver. Denver has been seeing a snow, but they haven't seen that huge amount of accumulation, which we're expecting. This accumulation will definitely pick up by, obviously, the end of the week. We'll have 10 inches on the ground if it does not go super warm, of course. Listen where it's really important. Only showing Omaha and Lincoln, Nebraska only have 2 to 3 inches, which is a good amount for a Halloween day, but yesterday it showed a lot more than that. It also showed a lot more snow for Kansas, only showing up to 3 inches now. And then we are seeing actually a good amount of snow still left for areas near Green Bay, Madison, Wisconsin, near University of Wisconsin. We'll be seeing up to 10 inches of snow. Good tracking system. Looks like Milwaukee will have a trace at most. Areas near Des Moines and Iowa City will definitely have a lot less snow compared to yesterday's. But this is where it's very important. The GFS has shown like up to 10 inches more than what the European shows at some specific areas like Iowa City can see up to 16 inches. Let's just wait for the GFS and the load. I don't know why it's taking too long to load, but let's just wait. Okay, so it actually took a minute for this thing to actually load. As you can tell, yeah, the GFS again has just loaded too. But yeah, as you can tell, there's a huge difference in snowfall totals. Really, what you realize is oh my gosh. What you really realize the difference is right here. This is the huge difference right here. As you can tell, again, many areas in Kansas, for example, Kansas City. Let's look at the European very quickly. As you can tell, oh my gosh, don't tell me this is going to take long to load. Okay, as you can tell, Kansas City actually shows a trace, maybe less than a trace. Look at Kansas City now, up to 6 to 7 inches in Kansas City, which is right here. This is where Kansas City is. So yeah, huge difference. And that's Kansas City. Like, they see a lot of snow, but just obviously not this early. And it's very rare. And it also shows all of Kansas under snow. What's the whole state? The European, not the whole state. Not even if it's getting snow, it's like less than a foot, or sorry, less than an inch. And also the huge difference is Iowa. I think that's the biggest difference with the snowfall totals. As you can tell, Iowa City, which is actually, this is where actually Iowa City is. It's right there, like right on that dot. If we go here, Iowa City is getting 5 to 8 inches. Or sorry, no, 5 to 7 inches. I can tell it's up to maybe 14 inches, which is a huge difference. Also, lost no more for Jefferson City. Could be seeing 2 to 3 inches. Again, we already know how much snow we're going to be seeing here. The only difference is that it's showing a lot more snow for southern Colorado and areas in New Mexico. Looks like we can actually maybe see 2 to 3 inches for northern Oklahoma. But yeah, guys, it's a huge difference, and we just got to wait and see until basically, yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll post tomorrow, but a bit later, because I'm doing some tennis stuff with my the high school and all that. But yeah, bye, guys.